Anyone who knows me personally will know that I am a huge fan of Remedy's 2010 masterpiece, Alan Wake, and I don't use that word masterpiece lightly either. I genuinely believe it's one of the best titles of the previous generation, without a shadow of a doubt. For me, however, Quantum Break was grounded a little too much in the real world, opting for a more scientific approach in its narrative rather than one full of mystery like its predecessor with Mr. Wake. Look, I enjoy anything weird and wonderful, okay? Thankfully, for those with a love for the bizarre, the otherworldly and the unknown, Control, Remedy's latest title, embraces it wholeheartedly in a similar vein to our Midwestern writer friends' venture into a similar strange world. Control sees you step into the shoes of the Federal Bureau of Control's new director, Jesse Faden, as she attempts to get to the bottom of not only a recent invasion of an otherworldly race known as the Hiss, but also the whereabouts of her brother, who's been missing for 17 years. And yes, I did say Federal Bureau of Control, which is a fictional government agency in the world of Control that deals with not just the paranormal but other dimensions and some frankly rather uncanny spiritual possession of various inanimate objects, fridges, traffic lights and rubber ducks. Control is weird.
It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me and it was just noise and I understood every word.
Control is absolutely frickin' batshit crazy, in fact, what with its weird janitor, invisible headquarters and transforming building, and that's not even scratching the surface. Remedy makes it work so damn well though, wearing influences like Twin Peaks, The Outer Limits, The Twilight Zone and the like on its sleeve, adding to the game's allure. It's trippy, it's surreal, it's a paranormal escapade, and Remedy leans into all of those aspects quite brilliantly. What Remedy's latest outing absolutely nails is the perfect blend of narrative with its fun and intuitive combat. It's almost as if Remedy decided to meld the narrative of Alan Wake with the fun and frenetic combat of Quantum Break. Mechanically, Control is an absolute blast to play, and as you progress through the freaky deaky narrative, you'll learn new abilities, upgrade your morphing service weapon, and in no time at all, you'll be levitating your way through the FBC HQ, throwing chunks of destructible scenery at anyone who gets in your way. Known as the oldest house, the home of the FBC is a part of the world that defies the laws of space and time, letting Remedy off the leash in flexing its creative muscles. I can't speak highly enough of the studio's art direction for Control, from the old 60s CRT monitors for the world's workstations, the Dharma Initiative-esque video logs, and the general attention to detail throughout the game's setting. Remedy is still up there as the best around when it comes to environmental storytelling. While Control's combat could have potentially ended up being a little bit samey, Remedy's pacing is almost pitch perfect, mixing things up with some cool and unique puzzles and some epic set pieces. One that involves another Old Gods of Asgard song that's probably one of my favourite set pieces in a number of years. All of those combine to stop the game becoming repetitive. Throw in some really cool boss fights, plenty of secrets and some truly brilliant side missions. The less said about them, the better. And it's quite difficult to actually point out where Remedy has gone wrong in terms of the game structure. There are even enough RPG mechanics littered throughout Control 2, meaning you always have something to aim towards, whether it's new powers or more advanced weaponry. From a narrative perspective, Control really shines too. Not only has Remedy created one hell of a stunning and believably unbelievable world, but its handcrafted nature helps emphasise and heighten the story to the nth degree. The Oldest House is an odd venue for a game, and Remedy has embraced this core element of weird wonderfully with a narrative that complements the game's unconventional setting. Control boasts a well-written script brought to life by some splendid acting. Heck, even the sound design is phenomenal. But it must be said, if you go into Control unprepared to embrace the weird, then you'll be missing the best part of the game. Early on, you could probably criticise Remedy for nonsensical writing. It's seemingly almost sloppy in places, like why do the employees of the Bureau just wholly accept Jesse as their new leader so easily? Something that is even acknowledged by our intrepid protagonist in a monologue. But that comes full circle in the latter aspects of the game to the point where you go, oh fuck, that's actually some stellar writing. Yes, there are some unexplained things that do happen in Control, and the ending isn't all that strong. It's a little flat, if we're being honest, but the game has some great ideas, some truly epic environments, and an enjoyable plot that will keep you gripped right up until the final credits have rolled. A glowing assessment then, right? Well, unfortunately, on a technical level, Control ironically loses control. Performance-wise, Remedy's latest is a bit of a mixed bag, one that's hampered by some shoddy frame rates when the action intensifies, and the menus are as laggy as Google Stadia might be if you live out in the sticks. This isn't even the sum total of Control's technical issues either. Sometimes the map will take an age to load, other times you'll be sat in a cutscene with no audio, sometimes you'll be listening to the game's audio logs and only hear one part of a conversation. Thank all that is holy for subtitles. These all conspire to take the edge off what would otherwise be a truly memorable experience. Glaring technical snafus aside, Control is almost the best of both worlds when it comes to Remedy's recent titles. It has the intrigue, the narrative and the mystery of Alan Wake, combined with the ridiculously fun combat that Quantum Break introduced. It's almost the perfect cocktail when it comes to action-adventure games. Control is not perfect by any means and falls short in delivering a satisfying ending, but Remedy's continued ability to create new and captivating game worlds is second to none. Embrace the weird, embrace the wacky, and you'll no doubt adore Remedy's supernatural action thriller.